We have such a good mentality, like through the tournament, even like the first week, second week, the whole tournament. The mentality we had, we cannot do anything, okay, let's try to just grind and stuff like that.
Yeah, it's been two different experiences because today we had the crowd with us a little bit and we didn't have that against NIP, so that was quite nice. Nobody expected ENCE to be in the final. They are really unpredictable, so we definitely have to go home and study them a lot.
When I'm watching all the other opponents, Astralis is probably the only one I'm seeing such a good quality games that it's very hard to interrupt their game.
Really impressed with their composure as well. They've been playing like with ice on their veins. They've played some close matches and actually do comebacks against Liquid, comebacks against Na'Vi. So yeah, they definitely have everything they need to be a top team.
We don't feel the pressure that we're losing something. We just play round by round and keep doing our stuff and enjoying the game. And that's actually something I don't see other teams having fun so much.
The Danish people in the arena, of course, and the Polish people, they always bring like a really sick energy. So yeah, I'm just excited to play against ENCE, and I have a little like gut feeling they're gonna cheer for ENCE because they're the underdog and everybody loves like a Cinderella story.
It's gonna be a huge task for us, but we have to believe in ourselves. We believe that we have a chance here in the major to the final, and we also have the chance to take the final. So let's go all the way.
Vodafone presents the pre-match.
Twister, the coach, saying we have a chance, let's go all the way, and the fans seem to agree. ENCE jerseys sold out in Katowice, every seat taken, and the last few premium and visitors are on their way to their seats as well. A packed crowd for what could be a fantastic grand final, and of course, I'm prefacing it with could be, because I truly do not know which ENCE and which Astralis are about to be walking onto that stage. I mean, if we look at the last 2 weeks, I know it's going to be a good grand final.
I mean, literally a month ago, ENCE was the 14th ranked team in the world, and you would have asked me coming into this match against Astralis then, I would have said, oh my God, we're going to be out of here in you know, probably record time today. But honestly, they stand a great chance. The way they've been approaching the vetoes is very smart, and the way they approach even the maps they don't play is super intelligent. They have very strong defaults.
I think one of the biggest strengths for ENCE is the foundation that they've built up as a team, right? It's a team that's been together now for a year, I believe, if not even more. They started at Cologne doing a great result. They came into StarLadder where they won a tournament for the first time, moved on to DreamHack Winter, I believe, where they also got another title under the belt. So they sort of moved up in the rankings, now finding themselves at the big stage at a major, having built a great and solid foundation. I think that's why it's so tough to beat these guys, because they have so much like know-how of how to play together, how to play from behind, and all that kind of stuff that is built into this strong foundation.
Do you think there's something to be said as well for the fact that they started as a 5, you know, February of 2018, and stuck with that 5? I mean, like this kind of not forcing a roster change when a result doesn't go your way. Do you think that's an ingredient? It's
definitely an ingredient in this whole thing, because you watch them and their communication and the way they move around the map and play off of each other is so strong. I mean, it's like a homegrown project that Natu has created, and he's put so much work into. Ironically, actually, I'm not sure if anyone mentioned it, he was a player on Astralis in like 2005.
Well, that is, oh, that's beautiful. Nice. the creator, founder, and essentially father of ENCE.
Yeah.
To play for Astralis before Astralis was Astralis.
Yes.
There you
Small
go.
world, huh?
Yeah, that makes sense, right, Jacob? And on the other side of things, we've said their name an awful lot, but Astralis are going to be stepping into this one. I actually want to move to the vetoes, because this is going to be interesting. You already were biting your tongue before, Sean, and now I'll let that word gobbledygook slip.
Yeah, what's so interesting about this veto is both the teams banned Cash, which is the same thing that happened when ENCE played Na'Vi, and they had it in them to float that Cash ban against Na'Vi and made Na'Vi ban it. I think they're going to do the same thing today against Astralis. It's on. Donic made it seem like they're going to want to play Cash. They're prepared for it. But no, they actually... So
they did it.
Astralis actually bans Cash. Now, this is where ENCE actually has quite a few options. They could pick Train, Overpass, or Mirage, and I think they would stand a very good chance at beating Astralis on any of those maps.
Yeah, I definitely agree. I like the fact that they're coming into this one and willing to float cash, right? They know they're the underdog. They know they have to take a risk in this video in order to make sure that they get an edge. And they are picking Train, which is a map that they have looked very strong on. That said, though, we've seen Astralis played once in the tournament and they 16-0'd Cloud9.
Yeah, but that isn't much. As in, of course, 16-0 is incredible. But we haven't seen too much from Astralis' Train. We haven't got a real litmus test for just how hot they are.
No, we haven't. And if you were to ask me who has a better Train, Na'Vi or Astralis, I would say Na'Vi 100 times out of 100. Especially simple going off and getting both pistols.
Oh, okay, so they were given the choice, Dust 2, which we have seen some interesting ENCE games, actually some of their less successful games on Dust 2, and they were given the choice and chose to take it to Overpass as a third map. Dude, if I had to choose a second, like a map after Inferno that should be like a major third map, I think Overpass would be up there.
I think it's a very great map for ENCE as well. I think they're super happy with how this veto went down. They were able to float cast. They were able to pressure Astralis into allowing them to play Overpass as a potential third. ENCE have, as we say, sometimes they won the veto game.
They definitely won this veto game.
You are going into a major final as an underdog with your permaban gone and Astralis' unbeaten 28-0 nuke out of the picture before you've even started picking. That's a dream.
And probably the worst map for ENCE in this major run is Dust 2. And that's not even played.
Wow, okay, we will continue, but of course another fresh face that we need to introduce you to is Chad Sponge Birchall. He's over at his favorite machine. He's going to be breaking things down.
All right, it's only fitting that we have Train here. This is the map where it all started for ENCE on the run. They were down 7-0, and this is where they were able to bring the comeback against Big. I want to focus on one of the strategies they ran, and what I really want you guys to notice is these two smokes. These are constantly used throughout on the T side from ENCE, and it's their map choice. They're going to have to make these work. This is the round where they threw the opening smokes, they drew the attention, and they've actually gone back towards inside, which you can see right here for a dry hit. They have multiple variations with these smokes being used for them to allow him to hit bomb sites. Let's just take a look at another one. This was round 10 against Na'Vi. It was an eco round where they just upgraded some pistols and some armor, and they've gone fast onto the yard. Once again, these smokes are going to be used. This is just obscuring the vision, and it's very important for these smokes, you know, and for Astralis to be able to stop these kind of attacks, Alex. So this is one that they need to shut down if they want to stop ENCE today.
I mean, yeah, these incredible rounds, every single individual from ENCE has had their moments, and Sergey definitely, Alexi B, X7, I think the list continues. Alu definitely has had his rounds, and I'm forgetting one. Who did I not list? How dare I?
I'm not. It's not ringing a bell. But they found themselves down in some serious holes throughout this event, and they always have managed to come back. Chad showed this one right here where they were down 7-2 against Na'Vi. They were down 0-7 against Big. They were down 15-7, I believe, or 15-8 against Liquid.
Guys.
I mean, they have so many comebacks.
Are you seeing?
Oh my God.
Apparently 2,500 people voted in this poll.
The memes have gone too far now.
Yeah.
Is it just dank social media memes? I think we're going to have to assume.
Or salty people that don't want anyone to get diamonds.
Yeah, that's probably a conversation in itself. But okay, so there's definitely, the fans have fallen for ENCE. They're under their spell. And I mean, you can understand why.
They're a crowd favorite. You go out there in the crowd, I promise you, this crowd is majority ENCE right now. So they definitely have the crowd working for them. And in past majors that I've attended, that's a big factor. I think the Cloud9 major, the fans really motivated them to get that.
I definitely think so too, and that's just another thing Astralis have to overcome, right? They're trying to rewrite history. They're trying to be the second team in history, winning back-to-back majors. Only Fnatic have done that so far. This is the best team to ever exist in Counter-Strike, and they're getting all the obstacles thrown ahead of them. The crowd is not with them. The fans are not with them. Partly we're not with them. We want to see Astralis lose at some point. We want to see them be human at some point. But in the end, right, Astralis have just been the best team for such a long period, and it's just impressive to see them keep winning and winning and winning.
Well, we'll find out if ENCE can put up a fight because, gentlemen, don't panic, but I think it might be time. It is grand finals time. The IEM Katowice CSGO Major Championship is about to reach its crescendo. We'll head over to the stage to get this party started.
gonna be tough. It's gonna be a long road, but this is what we love, and this is the reason why we do it. It's to play in those stadiums and these arenas.
It's gonna be a great moment in my life, like an achievement of mine, because we are trying to get our family members to see what it's like to play on the big stage.
Certainly is. The first kill, though, goes the way of Flamey. Flamey's got another. Nubox is preoccupied. If he wraps in, they're both gone for an emo, and they're going to push it all together. Bomb's TP's got a swing. They know that. Flamey, he gets an ace. Welcome to Spottic, everybody. The back of one of these angles, and it's down to Twist again. They know exactly where he is. He's going to land there and shot. 32 kills to his name. He's going to add another one. And here's the crossfire. 20 seconds left, and Ali chipped in for a third and a fourth. ENCE have done it. They pulled off the upset.
Go for the doors and the window.
Taco waits below it though. Taco waits below it and he owns! He's playing this one so slowly. Feasibly stop this from getting done. Oh, he's picked up two. Looking for a third Lancing.
I've had so many different emotions in that arena. I've played so many big games in there. I've been so disappointed so many times in there, but I always have so good memories of it.
The symbol will be nailed down to 35 HP. He gets a double kill. He has the audacity to stick around.
And Alu's the anchor, and he certainly will hold fast now as he gets yet more.
He arrives just in the nick of time.
Sometimes you lose and sometimes you win, but you want to prove that you can keep staying on the top and play good CS even though everyone is aiming to take you down.
And first time on the major, we have nothing to lose here. We just have to show what we're capable of.
You miss family, you miss your friends, and therefore I also put so much emotions into it. This is everything for me. This is my life.
Oh, baby, yeah! It is a championship Sunday here in the Spodek. Who's ready for this? This is what we live for, because what I love to do on a Sunday is put my pants on, get hyped, and watch computer games. But this isn't just any computer game. This is Counter-Strike, the best esports on the planet, and this is the Intel Extreme Masters 2019 Katowice Major. And what a place. We are in 3 weeks of competition, and we are now at the pointy end. That trophy is going to be lifted in the next few hours. And the two teams that are battling it out, my word, do we have a storyline for you. On one side, arguably the best CS team ever to play this game in Astralis. Any Astralis fans? They are looking to do back-to-back majors. They've achieved a lot. They've never done that. On the other hand, you have the Cinderella story. From the closed qualifiers to right now, not just the biggest stage they've ever played on this year, but ever. And that is ENCE. Any ENCE fans? It's about the trophy. It's about being called champions. is about bragging rights between Denmark and Finland. So baby, let's get it on! Please welcome to the stage the first team, and that is Astralis! They have won everything recently, but you look into their eyes, you know that they want this as well. And if you check the form books, the betting, you would know they are massive favorites. But that's what's been against the next team all the way through this tournament. They are underdogs, but they are here to win. Please welcome to the stage. It's ENCE!
Easy for ENCE, 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 putte upperbelt, putte upperbelt. Einer Spaceri haastaa legendaarisi. Nyt isot liigas niinku Roosberg. Suomalais rättii maailmanluokan kaliberis. 2 lasi maitoa ja 1 lasi piimää. Ei se kylpää ja ei se siittää.
Okay, here we go. We have got a grand final and a packed out Spodek, so full they are sitting behind the stage and watching it on screens back there. Respect to the lurkers. 1 million people at home watching. Let's get a grand final on. Who's winning this? Is it Astralis? Is it ENCE? One more time. Is it Astralis? Is it ENCE? It's time for a grand final. Let's get it on!
Yes, the concept modern video games competition, and yet this is one of the most ancient of all pursuits, to be the best. Humans have been trying to do it in every facet of life for as long as we have breathed air, and now we stand here in the Spodek, 10,000 in the stands. Million is the number being thrown around just yesterday in the semis, and now a major final which could perhaps deserve even more. The players now on your screens determine exactly how good this final will be, both Astralis and ENCE. Guys, there's a bit of a contrast here. We've got all ENCE in their seats already hitting the warm-up, and Astralis, they're having their convo.
They are preparing, right? They're making sure that everyone on the team knows exactly what to do when they're going up against ENCE. I promise you, Sonic has been staying up all night making sure that they know every single little detail about what ENCE can throw at them, and that's exactly what he's telling them right now, to be ready for those and those small tendencies that they can throw at them. Astralis is probably not only the best team to play the game, but also the best team at preparing for their opponents.
Without a doubt, Astralis is the best team to ever play, and they will cement that if they win today. But you cannot change an entire game plan within 24 hours over, for 3 maps, right? They didn't know if ENCE was going to pick Train, Mirage, or Overpass.
Right.
Surely Zonic put in some work for each map, but they can't drastically change their setups in such a short amount of time.
Our second map's Inferno. Of course, we'll talk about it when we get there, but they're on a pretty undefeated streak on that too. I think 14.
But so is ENCE when it comes to Train. ENCE have played Train 10 times this year and won all 10 times. They're unbeatable, basically, on Train so far. So Astralis would have to be the first team in 2019 to beat ENCE on Train if they want to go at least secure a 3 map at this major.
Wow, okay, so we've got undefeated records clashing on a grand final stage. I don't think you could ask for much more. Let's not forget Alexi B, 21 years of age, and yesterday saying we're going to break their record. That takes a whole lot of something.
I mean, he could even be talking about the fact that they haven't even dropped a map in 2 straight major playoffs.
Yeah.
10-0 in the last 2 majors when it comes to the playoffs. That's an incredible feat. I don't know how that's even possible. I mean, you're playing your opponent's best map pick 5 times, and you win every single time.
You just impervious to Counter-Strike. You just can't fall. You can't drop a map. We have seen them bleed once at this major, and that was on Mirage. No Mirage to be seen there.
No, and Astralis is by no means unbeatable. They just seem to be unbeatable, right? We've seen Renegades beat them. We've seen teams test them to the wire. MIBR did it yesterday. NIP did it in the quarterfinal. Of course, you can beat Astralis if you're playing your best brand of Counter-Strike, but that's what is required from ENCE. They have to play the absolute best Counter-Strike that they have ever done if they want to stand a chance to beat Astralis in this final.
The craziest thing is the map that they dropped, they had a 12-3 lead on. It's not like, you know, they were down the entire map, went to overtime. Same thing in the last major. They were actually down 13-2. They managed to bring it to overtime. When these guys lose, it's still a close game.
When they are down, they are by far, far from out. ENCE are the same, though.
Yes.
You could say exactly the same, copy and paste that statement for both of the teams on this grand final stage. They've been down to huge deficits, and they have overcome them. Both teams have done this on multiple occasions, and Astralis versus ENCE is about to go down. Guys, you feeling it? You starting to get the Counter-Strike tingles? You ready?
I was ready ever since yesterday. That Na'Vi ENCE game, that was really getting me fired up, and I think today could be just as good.
Yeah, I'm so ready. OJ had the hairs on the back of my neck standing up. I'm so ready to see if ENCE can pull up the greatest upset in history.
Yeah, we've seen esports come close to Cinderella stories. We've seen impossible runs from all across the different stratosphere of games. We've seen TI champions from open qualifiers, and ENCE now in the Counter-Strike world look to challenge the Goliath. It's Astralis taking on ENCE. Their first major, Astralis looking to win them back-to-back. This is the juxtaposition. This is Astralis versus ENCE, and it is map 1. Henry, Sado, I know you're going to bring the noise.
We certainly hope so, Alex. It's grand finals time, ladies and gentlemen. ENCE take on Astralis. Make some noise! ENCE will start on the T side here. Astralis defending on the counter-terrorist forces. And it's a slow start here from ENCE. They go for the Brown Horse control, but there's plenty of CT presence there.
Certainly is. Already Xyp9x has rotated over. Dupree there as well. Ball out toward Ivy, suggested that this will go to the outside site. Seven's got the first kill in the finals. Ariel's going to follow it up. Good start of the pistol for ENCE. Rotation required. The other three with a 3 on B. And Ariel still holding while the bomb will go down. Safely planning to hold from Ivy, so X7 needs to stay aggressive. Dupree winning the back lane actually gives them a chance to wrap in. Post plant loses a little bit of ground as a result. And don't forget that Xyp9x is alive in this. He can pull a rabbit from a hat at any occasion. Gonna try to pull one through the smoke. Second one down late. They've got great utility after the plant on the ENCE side.
Yeah, this is overwhelming now. Xyp9x trying to find any point of access to this point. I think they just have to say they have no kits, they have no utility. They have got 100 HP and 100 armor. So that means if they do force buy in the next round, at least they'll have helmets. They'll have a bit more to work with in that respect. But it's ENCE kicking things off with a bang here. They're going to find Dupree. Surely he goes down here. Indeed he will. A very clean round from ENCE as they win the T-side pistol. Just one player survives, and that's Xyp9x. A fast approach from main entrance towards Ivy. Smoke at the back of the bomb train and finding clinical kills as they make their way out. It's X7 who's had a fantastic tournament, joined by Ariel as well. These guys are deadly, and they put their best foot forward here in the first round. Will we see the force buy from Astralis? I doubt it. But with Xyp9x out the armor, maybe they consider scouts and CZs. But I feel like they'll focus on the big picture stuff here as we have a slight timeout just to collect ourselves, work out what's happening here, as Astralis looks to take the full eco.
Won't need to worry too soon. We know how composed that Astralis can be, and are. Until Grand Slam winners won the previous major, this would give them a 3rd major title, tying them with Fnatic's record. And there's no signs of them slowing down either. That's the impressive part of the Astralis team, is that even while winning, there's no hints that anyone's clutching close behind. Liquid seemed to be the only team that might give them a run. MIBR gave it a go yesterday, and perhaps with them back to a Brazilian and Portuguese-speaking lineup, there's something in that. But right now, this is as David and Goliath as it gets. ENCE out of nowhere to go against them.
Red Bull, the perfect setup here as well. 2 SMGs, the AKs, and Alu's not slowing down, making his way towards Ivy. Cash in the bags, he gets the first kill. There's plenty of CTs out here, though. They've gone with a full outside stack, but it doesn't seem to be slowing down ENCE whatsoever. They've got themselves in a 4 versus 1. This round is guaranteed. There it is. So that was the full eco. Astralis will be buying up into this next round. They can afford the AWP, but it's Dupree that would have to buy it on the nose. He'd get no armor for himself, and I think they'll focus on the rifles here. And it will be 2-0. Can ENCE keep this up? I expect to see some sort of execution here. 5 players focusing on one area, sending that MAC-10 in first, a little behind it, and just trying to get the bomb down, get as many kills as they can. They actually have a bit of a disadvantage, I guess, in terms of firepower here. So they're going to try and get the bomb down, see what can be done. If they win this, they're in such a fantastic position. But if they can get the bomb planted with 2 or 3 kills, that's also very good as well.
A bit more aggressive outside for Astralis this time. In fact, they burrow into Pop Dog. We've not seen them try and take that position, but Sergey, he's already got the Molotov down. Glaive, Dupree, he did. That's a huge Molotov to push Glaive back. If he ran out and there was no one else watching, he was dead. Glaive's going to be able to stay alive, all to the fact that Dupree found the double, and they hold off Pop Dog. Guns in their hand, we're going to see exactly what Astralis is capable of.
That's quite the statement, isn't it? We go into the first gun round there, and within a few seconds, everyone's dead on ENCE. No one has dropped on the Astralis side. It's just Alexi B now holding towards T-Sport.
But here's the thing with the start from ENCE. So far, it has been very quick. The pace on the pistol, the follow-up, and now this round, most of the action has happened about the 120 to a minute mark. They can slow this down. If they start to set that tempo and Astralis has to use the utility early, if that gets in their mind, they can dictate the pace.
It's always difficult to analyze these sections of the game itself because, yes, ENCE are using that momentum. They know they've got lesser weapons and Astralis won't be fully equipped with the incendiaries, maybe no helmets there. So they're trying to stay together, keep it very fast, but Dupree with a double spray down with that AUG, of course, towards the main entrance. He finds the bomb and all hell breaks loose. It's up to Alexi B now to see whether he can actually cause some financial damage. 35 seconds to do so. CT's have full control of the bomb, and he's just going to see if anyone's flanking his position.
Smokes down in front, won't be able to spot anyone yet, but Device, he knew where he was coming from. They could hear him inside. And there's the first round collected. Took about a minute further to find the last remaining player, but that's fine. They only lose 1 gun in the meantime.
So Alu can afford the AWP. He purchases that straight away. No problem for him to make that decision. They are going to force up around him. MAC-10, CZ. Money not as strong as you might think there. As we head into round number 4, Alu, he had a fantastic train performance in the game yesterday against Na'Vi, but he dropped off towards the end of the series. So hoping to see him set the scoreboard on fire here. His teammates going to require it. 1 pistol, 1 SMG, and they're making their way quickly out of the main entrance again. That pace continues, Matt.
Sergey all the way down, smokes off as well. They force him just to go back. Device, he's got a hold on the top of the bomb train, finds the one already at Sandwich, rotates it around. Astralis are ready for this. Absolutely, that's flawless. If they're going to run the fast pace, Astralis is absolutely ready for it. And you know what? I think it was a bit, I don't want to say predictable, but unsurprising that ENCE is doing this because they want to send a message early.
I would have thought they'd allow Alu to at least explore what's happening there. They know that Astralis don't have the AWP right now. Maybe take advantage of that fact and see if he can get any picks. But you're absolutely right. They are so ready for this. How perfect is that round? It doesn't get much better than that. Round 5 has to be the eco. Presumably Astralis will take the lead. As we'll see now. Just the Glocks and the Russian side. We discussed this all tournament long. Most teams focusing that inner bomb side because you're almost guaranteed a plum, but they're aware of it. They're playing up close and personal here. Device going with the first frag, nails it. Sergey goes down. I don't think you'll see a plum here.
Alu's still trying to find his way around the corner. The fact that they were running so quickly and that Zipic's got a flash in, but wasn't yet in position on Device's side. You could have caused concern for the AWP, not this time. 4 for Device. Device is going to be a problem for them. There's no question. Alu, he can't be slow at any point in this game. Yesterday, he had a few off moments, sure. He was huge in crucial late round, late game, big moments, but Device is going to be firing the whole time on that AWP, and they have to counter it.
Well, they won't be able to this round. It's going to be AK-47, so they're going to have to use utility to try and negate the AWP of Device. It's very powerful. Looks like everyone on Astralis is looking very, very sharp indeed. 3-2 on the CT side of train in the first map of this best of 3. This is the pick of ENCE. That's why they'll start on the T side. And Device, he's no longer towards the inside bomb site. He's holding outside. Dupree, presumably joining Glaive towards the Pop Dog room. A very common setup these days, actually to focus towards the main and Pop Dog area. And avoid any utility on the other side. The bomb stays down in T-spawn as ENCE go back into a more default setup there instead of that fast-paced gameplay outside.
Glaive still down below. And this is also a bit unsurprising. As soon as the money becomes a factor, they want to slow it down and solve Astralis because they couldn't overrun them as planned. Glaive is spotted as well on that jump, so it's not just he that's holding the angle. Now Alexi knows that he's down there. knows how far away he is now. That's not really wallable, but he is certainly trying to flirt with the crowd. Clay flirts back. Small amount of damage done to both Alu and Alexi.
Well, they've got the bomb towards inside here. You can see one player trying to fake them out towards Ivy. That's X7, gets the kill. 5 versus 4, they commit towards inside. This is looking very good for ENCE.
Oh, Alu just absolutely rocks Zipix. And he was forced off. He was so far back because they put so much pressure on Pump Dog. So ball down, Sergey won't relent. He goes all the way forward. Alexi catches Glaive. He knew specifically that they were going to try to go for the flank, but Dupree just wants to do economic damage at this point in time. 1 on 5. They've got money built up, surprisingly, a great amount on Astralis already. And they want to punish ENCE.
He'll do what he can. $10,000 to his name. It'll certainly be a buy for Astralis going forward. We do sometimes see them rock the double orb setup on Train. It'll actually be Magus, who's the secondary orb player technically on this map alone. ENCE, though, perfect round from them. Slow default. Trying to see if there's any aggression from the C team. He's sending 7 towards Ivy. He gets that all-important kill. It causes the rotation. And then Zipex at the very back of the bomb site. Nothing he could do. Alu with a lovely shot, the AK-47, guarantees the round. And they manage to take 4 players down with them. Dupree will survive. They start to adjust things. And I'm interested to see if Magus goes for that secondary orb. As Zipex has called for a tactical timeout here. Brilliant shot from Alu, covering the flanks. This is going to be a good game. These guys are ready to deliver on ENCE. The timeout's here. We go 3-3, and Device and Magus get yet to buy, so that's why I feel like they're kind of considering the double orbs right now.
Slight issue. No one wanted to take any chances with even the slightest of FPS or any other issues, given this is a grand final. You don't get to play in these too often. I mean, I guess if you're Astralis, maybe you do, but for ENCE, certainly get this comfortable as possible, and that's a factor as well, because their mentality on this stage, it's a narrative you've heard all week long. They've never been on this stage. Alu's the only one. And they've come in now for 3 series and remained absolutely resilient all the way through. So rock solid, and take down mentally as well, not just by beating them in the server, but taking down Liquid and Na'Vi mentally. Now this is twice as hard against Astralis, and you gotta wonder, do they crack? Is there a point when they do? This is a whole different level of pressure.
Watching the clips from yesterday and just seeing how ice cold ENCE were after winning huge clutches against the likes of Simple, for example. They're such young players, but playing years above their experience. It's fantastic to see. And now we go 3-3. We're on the T side as well, so they're doing a great job so far. The unpause is coming through. It's only Device that has not purchased yet. Magus will not get the secondary orb. The Device, presumably he's got his. He certainly does. As we head into round number 7 here, Alu's back on his AWP as well. Sergey heading towards inside. Looks like more of a default here. Alu did get a chance to fire the first shot off towards main entrance, but nothing connects.
7 just making sure that they clear off Ivy before they even approach. It's a good read. Astralis does like to flash in. It's going to go beyond Magisk, though. They wanted to try and take it back, but he was perfectly positioned. That flash was just over his shoulder.
Yeah, he misses the Molotov and the flashbang, gets the kill, and now he falls back safely.
So Dupree this time the one to go up underneath of the ladder. Glaive's already rotated off. He's playing at B. He swings early, and it's all 5 there. Dupree, he's already up the ladder, is he not? He's just below. If he pushes now, he locks them in. Incendiary's gonna force them. They're gonna have to take damage for the Flames. Sergey gets through it, finds the kill, but it's now Dupree's turn to strike. Immediately behind Magisk. Smoke down, knows that they're pushing up. If they get him, they can actually wrap back through Z-Connector, but look at the amount of players that have rotated over from Astralis. They're not letting them go anywhere in aerial. It's a Surset finish to the round. There's no way he finds 4 in this occasion. He might get 1 through the smoke. It's a fortunate find, but immediately responded.
Considered one of the best anchors in all of CSGO. It's Zipex holding the inside bomb side there, perfectly positioned, and the enemies are pushed in towards inside as well. That play from Magus, they know they've lost information that side of the map. If he pushes towards C-spawn, they have to act very quickly. That's why they go focusing towards inside there. 5 versus 4, and running through the flames, you can see they got 1 kill upon entry, but Zipex, look at this positioning, it's so well played. Then he gets the kill for the smoke, no problem at all, and that denies the plant, so very well done. It is a reset technically, but they still have enough of 4 AK-47 to X7 on the Mac 10. Not a huge deal, can make that work as they send 5 players towards inner once more.
Just Zipex. Same play though, Dupree's underneath. Does it work twice? Zipex Wide side, they know he's there. They can flirt with him. Shoulder peek, but he still finds it. Sergey!
Crazy.
Oh, he ran off the cliff. Katarine Swine, he goes down. He was cratered because of the tag in the air. That was spectacular, but unfortunate. It's not exactly what you want to see on their side of things, because now, despite that they get Zipex, they're only left with 3 alive. Bomb is planted. Can they hold it? No flank this time. All 4 at the front of the site for Astralis. Money's still good. They can definitely make a case for going at this, and they will. Smokes in place, up the lane. Not on that side, not where Magisk is to find Aerial. Kits enough, it's down to just X7, and he's only got a Mac 10. Rifles away from him as well, they're already inside. He's gonna try and push through. He knows they're on the bomb, but he can't find. Can he? He might have time. He's got the knife, but he saves it.
That was too close for comfort there. I thought the knife might do it. He jumps through the smoke valiantly, gets the first Mac 10 kill. If he gets the backstab, if you get it right between the shoulder blades, it's an instant kill as well. That was a chance he pulls that one off. They're not meant to be. Zipex once again. He did so much damage there. That's a crater. Sergey didn't do anything wrong. He was just very unfortunate to take so much damage. Zipex with 2 kills essentially, and it will be 5-3. After that reset, it has to be the full eco now for ENCE. They'll take a bit of investment here. CZ's P250s, 1 Deagle. Hold on to about $2,000. Dupree looking to get up close and personal here with the AK. And taken down. He actually offers a rifle up there. This could get a little bit dicey for them.
Device swings, though. That's going to buy him some space because he already can hold off the reverse side of the alleyway. Nade in, followed up. Glaves went first. Device. Easy peasy at that point. Sergey will plant at least at B, so further money for ENCE. Astralis looking pretty comfy. They are far enough forward, though. If the Palu gets a headshot, Sergey's able to at least get a trade. There's something in it. Hard part's getting rifles in the angles that they're playing, because it's going to be decently, or a decent amount of distance, I should say, between them and the kill. Alu's got behind them again. He lost Sergey. He's too far removed at this point. Damage in. Does find one, but has to reload. They're somehow not putting him down yet, but Magisk will. And that'll be 6-3.
Pretty well done there from ENCE. They get a couple of kills. The bomb planted with PG-50s and Kevlar. The bomb down, they're going to have a ton of cash here. That's Magisk with 3 kills. 6-3. Astralis in the lead on the CT side now. Alu with 5 kills. Really want to see him start stepping up the AWP. Train, he can get a lot done with that sniper rifle. Device sat on 8 kills right now. Everyone from Astralis looking very, very good indeed. But ENCE are holding their own.
And this is not unfamiliar for them. They've been down in a number of games early on and come back.
That's true.
Na'Vi had them at 7-2 and 7-1 at 2 different points in that series. Alexi trying to find some ground. X7 again will battle off with Magisk. This will be an ongoing duel between the two.
Yeah, it's a great battle as well. X7 so good with his timings, and individual skills got better and better as the tournament progresses. Ali flashed off towards main, unable to get any real information right now.
Backed off because the utility in place. X7's aware that they could sneak out. They've obviously scouted that. I think most people have on Train. Device checks corner with the AWP, but still they bring Zipex over that direction. So he had the information that no one was there, but I'm surprised he doesn't rotate off of that.
Well, they're showing so much presence towards Pop Dog. They're comfortable at Ivy still, so might as well have a couple players towards inside. But X7 with the commitment, the flashback is spot on, but the shot isn't. Glaive ready for it. Takes him down 5 versus 4 once again. Against Glaive, who's looking to find a couple more though, but looks like his days might be numbered. A player right next to him, that's Aerial. He doesn't miss many shots. He'll take him down, but Zipex finds the bomb.
Finds the bomb is the key aspect, because now Alu has to find a kill, create space, and
What
get out! How does he jump off the ladder? It's so unpredictable. Sergey just absolutely confused and destroyed Dupree all in one motion, but Zipex will hold out against Alu. He managed to get the bomb back, but that's all, 7-3.
Very confident in their setup right now. Astralis looking almost perfect. An awkward moment towards Pop Dog. They looked like he almost glitched out, but it's because he's jumping off the ladder, attaching to it again, trying to make things as difficult as possible for the CT. He gets 1 kill, but such low HP, taken down quickly after that. Loss bonus starting to rack up now. They're the 4th stage on the T side, but they're 7-3 down. These rounds have been pretty quick. $3,000 per player. I would suggest they're going to take a partial buy here, and with the maximum loss bonus coming in after that, they can see what's available to them. There's actually a good chance of winning these sort of rounds, especially with the loss bonus getting to the 5th stage. You can get Deagle, you can get armor, you can get a few smokes, execute towards inside potentially and see what can be done. They'll take the time out now and work out how they'll operate in round number 11.
So up again. Save required, ENCE. I've gotten a number of bomb plants on this. 2 on rounds that they've won, 2 that have been diffused on rounds that they lost, which has also been in this sequence of 4 rounds against them, so that's been adding a little bit to the bonus. But in a couple of those occasions, specifically 2 rounds ago, it was desperate attempts. This is an X7 kill on Glaive cleanly, and he's got a gun picked up to go along with it, so an M4 to work with on the T side. Device, as a response, wants to try and take the corner at B. That allows the other 3 to stay on the A site.
Hot Dog's been such a problem for them. He had the good spawn, tried to take it on, and now they've got their second kill. But Zipex, he is an absolute beast right now. 3 more for him. He just keeps finding hat-trick after hat-trick. And it looks like Astralis are back on their feet, but not for long. 2 versus 2. HP pretty similar on either side. It's Device with the AWP, though. But he still has 100 health and all of his utility. As we hit the 1-minute mark, ENCE are going to slow things right down and work out what the next move is.
Deagle to weighted hell if they walk back in, it's still 2. The M4 stays with X7. He's only on 25. He's not in a position to try and plant the bomb. Device is nowhere near enough to deny that. X7 wants to bait them out, though. The longer he does that, the more chance he gives Device to rotate around. And Alu can't really counter that set angle. He can swing to trade, but he certainly would give Device a crack at it. Fortunately, Dupree plays this smart enough. Goes over to check B, and because he's so far away, Device can't do anything. He's got to hold for his teammate to get back in play. Steagle won't find it. Alu goes down. X7 only has the 25, but again, he's the one that has the M4. They presume that he's gone to Pop Dog, and he knows exactly where Device is. He's sneaking in lane as well. Time's on his side. Low HP finds Dupree. Device gets off it, plays the ladder so that the feet don't show, and he's pulling him away from the bomb. Each step further away, a better chance to win the round. Device, does he have time to get back?
It's going to be a close one here, Matt. This will be the eco victory, and ENCE have pulled it off. The bomb explodes. It takes Device down with it. And it's that fast Pop Dog play from X7. It gets him a rifle. It's the key to the round. Allows him to stop pushing towards IB, applying the pressure. And that's a big one for them. They've got plenty of cash in now. They haven't broken the finances just yet of Astralis, but maybe the morale. As we get into round 12 here, Alu back on the AWP. As Zipex currently set up 11 kills and 4 deaths here. He's having an absolutely amazing game. 3 kills in the last round. Wasn't quite enough, though, I'm afraid. As the smokes and flashbangs are deployed outside, just to allow Alu to get in position and see whether he can find an aggressive CT towards Olof there.
Dupree backs out of it early. Like see, he's going to continue to hold this in default. And the default, again, is X7 toward Magisk. So repetition of battles early on. Change of play for Astralis. Magisk, he's got a much more powerful weapon this time to keep X7 at bay. Does require a bit more accuracy. VP will never die. They're legends in this arena for life. Ariel starts it, Dupree down. That's exactly what they want. So slowing the pace has proved valuable because now Astralis is starting to get inquisitive. Vulgar curiosity, he walks in, no chance, and absolutely gets ripped off by it. No utility as well, by the way, for Dupree to try and take a main.
There's that secondary orb of Mage's boy as well. Get the opening kill on the CT side. Back to a 4-on-4 it goes. You're absolutely right. They're waiting for that CT aggression to come through. Ariel has really impressed me on train throughout this tournament. He looks fantastic with the opening frags of that AK-47. Mage's in position to find kills towards main entrance, though. Can it be done? Not quite connecting the shot. He is low as well. Needs to be very careful here.
Gets forward. Flash down. He still steps out. This time he's got it. Covered off nades, 2 further damage. He's barely alive, but he is, and that's the important aspect because his presence will hold them off from hell. Alu in the op-in reverse does get Glaive back, but not before he can get the bomb away. Luckily, they got it back. 8 seconds, it's gone, it's on the ground. Alu's got to stay alive. Missed shot. An awkward standoff in the middle of the site, but they'll wait. They want the time to expire. They want to kill him afterwards, and they will. No money for Alu.
No money at all. That's very smart stuff there from Astralis. A lot of teams would be tempted just to rush around after he fired the shot, get the trade, make sure he can't do anything more, but they wanted to run that timer down, If you die after the round time expires, you get no money into that next round. Luckily, Alu had a bit of residual cash. He has 1,200 still, but they are going to take a pause at this stage. Actually, Astralis to call it as they work out what their opposition will have in round number 13. If you are just joining us, it's the first map of this best of 3, the grand final of the IEM Katowice CSGO Major 2019. It's Device back on the org, and Magisk will hold on to the AWP for now. So ENCE, they're at first stage loss bonus. Everyone hovering around $2,000. If they force buy this one, there won't be a lot to work with. If they take a full eco, they'll at least get AKs and armor and smoke into the next round, but there won't be an AWP, that's for sure. So how do they approach this situation? CZ armor purchased by Alexi. All the others join him. That's pretty much a force buy. Indeed they will. They're going for this one. So far with just 1 smoke. Now make it 2. Not a lot there on the table. We'll see what they can make of it. 1 smoke towards connector, and Italy once again waiting for the aggression towards the main entrance position.
Lexi still in the corner. He caught them off. Nade in, and he still found the headshot onto Dupree. Gets away with the M4 again. Same position they lost it last time, Pop Tuck, but he's already tagged down to 26 this time. Glaive, he wants to punish them back. Ooh, he starts to, but he nearly gets caught off Device. That was under him. He jumped, and Device somehow got the shot underneath, and they'll keep themselves perfectly composed. That good should come. Oh, as no sort of surprise. I mean, that's so solid that they're easily able to work off of each other, even in panic situations.
The outside hole is just looking so sharp. All of a sudden, they lose the first pick, but then a flurry of frags come in from absolutely nowhere. It's so good to watch, and that's ENCE punishing that Pop Dog aggression once more. They get the opening kill with the CZ. They find the rifle, but before they have even a chance to reload it, everyone's gone down, and that was the force buy as well. So ENCE will have to take the full eco and see what they can do with round number 15. Glocks, 1 deagle, 1 flashbang. Once again heading towards inside and seeing if they can punish the fact that Zipex could be alone, but he's not. It's the kill towards Pop Dog once again. I can't believe it. Alu picks it up, and Device trying to answer back. He spotted everyone there, and they're hunting him.
This is the problem for Device now. The AWP against the pistols, he has to run all the way back, because if they come around the corner high flying, he'll have no chance at it. Pop Dog continues to be the issue. ENCE, they won the pistol, they converted it. They won 1 gun round, and they won an eco. So 2 things to take from that. 1 is gun rounds aren't going well, but 2, they have won an eco already once. Doing it twice without picking up the M4 might prove to be a bit more difficult. Things fall silent. Astralis knows they need to pull back the map, but they also know they don't need to overextend, because on train, you still have so many angles you can play.
And they haven't given away the rifle. They gave away a kill, but still, they've got a massive advantage here. Had they given the AWP up, or an AUG, for example, that could have been enough to try and force them into getting the kill back in response. But they're running the timer down right now. ENCE aren't sure what to do with this. They've got barely anything, waiting for mistakes to be made, but there's a few and far between when Astralis are on the server. Glaive, isolated, sort of. I don't think he'll have much trouble here. They're trying to distract him, but his teammates starting to arrive on the crime scene. The bomb goes down, and Magisk will finish things off in style with the P250.
Not thrown off at all by running out of ammo, taps away at range, and Glaive was, you're right. As much as he was trapped, though, he knew exactly what their plan was.
Yeah.
If he gets distracted at A main, if he gets caught up in that, down comes the player at Pop Dog, and likewise vice versa. So all he wanted to do was a couple shots either way until someone overcommitted. And that bought Magisk all the space that he needed. So 1 round left in the half. 10-5's not impossible.
This was the shot, so his main entrance. And Alu, the only deagle. He did open things up. You could see how far away that weapon was. It's not like it helped him out a tremendous amount, because there's still plenty of money here for Astralis. Round number 15, Magisk going to be challenged by 2. He times it well, though, drops the smoke, and might send them packing as well.
Nades deep. Catch anyone because it bounced off the wall, went off, ricochet to the right.
Oh dear, that's not gone well for XCB.
Definitely not. Bit of utility lost. They've got 1 smoke left, that's it, other than the one that they were planning on using that didn't go anywhere. Again though, Device, this is something we've noted, what, 4 or 5 rounds now? Getting this corner with the AWP, they're not challenging it early enough. The problem with that is as soon as you let him sit there, he's so capable of hitting shots, and he allows the rotation to go back over the other way. It's a bit like anchoring Banana on Inferno.
Continue the default here. Smoke to the left-hand side to block vision from Major Skip. Flashbang's out as well. They continue to progress down that position. Flashbang's in position to actually enable them access, but they're taking damage now. And through they go, they've timed it well. Major's got the reload taken. The 5 versus 4, last round of the half. Blave surely going to struggle here.
The first Patop's out. Sipix actually got the shot instead, but Dupree still up in the control room at maximum. It's a team kill. Ariel takes down Alexi, the last thing they needed. At least he gets one after, but now he sits on 10 HP alone against Device and Dupree. 13 seconds. Bomb he'll gather, but Dupree waits, finds 11 for Astralis, and so far it's smooth sailing.
It absolutely is. They lost the pistol as well, remember, and Astralis take the lead 11-4 on the CT half. This is the pick of ENCE, and they're looking like they're going to run away with it. ENCE will need the pistol. We said they've had great comebacks before. I'm not sure this is possible. You'll have to find out after this break.
On my own, when you spill that rum and coke on my t-shirt, yeah, your eyes made it difficult to get my baby. And the next thing I knew, we were so ready to give in, skin to skin on that baseline. Ooh, you give me that high pitch feel, baby. We shared a cigarette by East Versailles. The way you looked at me, couldn't say goodbye. And whatever you did to make it stop, 'cause baby you make me feel something. Next thing I knew, we were so ready to give in, skin to skin on that baseline. Ooh, you give me that high pitch feel, baby. We shared a cigarette by East Versailles. The way you looked at me, couldn't say goodbye. And whatever you did to make it stop, 'cause baby you make me feel something.
It's been nothing short of a miracle. It's been nothing short of miraculous. It's been everything that every fan ever wanted, an underdog story from ENCE, but they're gonna have to dig into every bit and every emotion that they had in those previous series, because 11-4 down against world #1 Astralis, who very, very seldom break on stage.
They just need the pistol. They can get that under their belt and convert it, which they've actually done a significant amount of times in this tournament. They could be on to something here, but it has to be a pistol victory. Anything else, I feel like Astralis would close this one out. They're going quickly outside with 3 players down towards Pop Dog. The smokes are already down on the bomb site here. It's overwhelming. You see the flames coming in as well. X7 in a lot of trouble, but he digs himself out. That's the bomb down.
He started the first pistol off. They won that, remember, but just gets Alu back. He's going to follow it up. Sergey, but X7 on Lexi. They've taken the bomb down, and Dupree's got to go wide of the train. Wide, and he nearly gets a second as well. He knows the one above, but X7 dropping in. Dupree's on the back. Aerial holds on.
They try and swarm him. It almost falls apart. Dupree left in a 1 versus 1, but ENCE have done it. That's the round they needed. On the CT side, this is now possible. We get into round 17 here. Astralis have a choice to make. Do they force by now, considering they got 4 kills there? Or do they bide their time and look to do it in the third of the AK-47s? It looks like it's the latter. Alu's got the auto shotgun out. I like that. Just 1 rifle here in the hands of Sergey. That's going to make round number 3 very difficult indeed in terms of that firepower. Nothing purchased really at all from Astralis here. 1 P250 for Magisk. X7. He's hungry for frags here. Nice smoke, buy some time, might push him back towards inner.
Same position that he played on the T side, remember?
Yeah.
It's not uncommon when you have sort of a solo hold default position that you play it on both sides, because naturally, you know the perspective each way. Alu gets Zipix down. Auto shotgun kill. He said he wanted some yesterday.
He did.
1 kill, 3 auto shotgun. That's what he wanted. X7, he holds and nearly finds the last. Had to go to tapping at that point in time. And with great syncopation, he nearly gets a 4th kill on the board. His Magician now has to just sit back, concede the fact that the bomb's down, and await his fate. ENCE get their 6th.
4 players survive on the ENCE side, but here come the AK-47s. Do they upgrade any of these lesser weapons now? They have an MP9, a UMP, an auto shotgun. I would say X7 might want to consider dropping, but he'll buy the AUG for himself. Alu gets the FAMAS. He has to give Sergey the shotgun, so we'll see how this one unfolds. Astralis certainly with the advantage here. Device has brought the Krieg. So he's feeling, we haven't seen many of those throughout this tournament, to be honest. It hasn't caught on like the AUG has. We'll see what he can do with it. Big round here for Astralis as they start their campaign on the T side. Looks like a very default round. Flashbang from Glaive towards lower ramp to Zipex. Bit of access, but there's smoke down though, and CTs can sneak through that. And they know the auto shotgun's out, the SMGs. There's every chance it might happen. Alexi B once more in that main entrance. He loves this position.
It's not a bad one to have. That far up, you certainly can rely on a little bit more pressure on Ivy. Sergey's alone at B at this point. Alu's gotten a bit closer, but Sergey has the shotgun down below. So basically to commit to fall on the sword. Close the gap by way of gravity.
It was quite a cool little play there as well. They put the smoke at the lower ramp from the CT side and put a decoy of the shotgun inside it just to cause absolute chaos in there. They're not sure if a player's in there or not. And ENCE will bait out a few grenades. Less than a minute now. Very slow round from Astralis. Is waiting for that first pick to come in their favor.
He plays an off angle inside of the smoke. No reason to stop believing yet. Young talent on either side, but a wealth of experience that goes against the other. X7. He's not fooled by anything. This is where the shotgun. He needs to be a little more patient. If he wasn't revealed soon, he could have easily held back and swung, because now Glaive gets Alu. From range, though, X7 comes back into the side. He also knows that Glaive's up close. He nearly gets 2. He nearly sprayed in. It is just he that remains, however. And despite that the bomb is ticking, Aerial's already on the defuse. Glaive, I don't even think he's aware of it. He's not. He's sitting back, and he has to save the AK.
Amazing response there from ENCE. It was the fake from Astralis, but almost a pinch on the inside bomb, so they show presence towards Ivy, smoke the right-hand side. Their objective then was to get towards the backtrack through CT spawn and cause chaos as their teammates came down lower and upper. It works out, but they lost too many kills as X7 is looking absolutely deadly right now. Glaive did a great job here, almost gets a double kill towards the connector as well. Does the damage on the first, but then can't find the second. The bomb's being defused at this point, and he's left with nothing. It looks like Astralis fancy the buy here once again. They know they're so close to resetting the CTs as Glaive jumps down the pop dog here, looking for that first pick. There's a little bit of damage towards Aerial, we'll have to fall back.
Remember the way in which ENCE battled back against Na'Vi. They won an eco. Went on a run of 6 rounds. They won't be intimidated yet by Astralis.
This is all they needed. They won the pistol. They somehow win the 3rd round against the AKs when they had shotguns and SMGs. They're on their feet now. Astralis with 1 AK-47, a Galil, Deagles. It really isn't ideal. They do have a lot of utility, and now a pick in return. They're going to upgrade one of those pistols to an M4.
Incendiary down, that forces them back by some time. X7 will complement that with one that also goes over toward A main, and that buys a bit of room as Astralis have to regroup. (11-8) with a reset. That's the possibility for ENCE.
With that opening pick, Astralis slowed things right down, but they need to hurry up now. 30 seconds remain. ENCE are playing in front of any potential smokes. A double stack, as it looks like Zipex will start to show presence towards inside. A Molotov and a smoke to pull a rotation here. There's actually 2 players there, but this is where the action really takes place. Outside, Alexi B has a chance for 2 here. If he gets it, he can actually pull this one back. He's bought a tremendous amount of time here, but he does go down. 10 seconds to get that plant in.
The time was everything. Just that little fake, but Alu, he's trying to swing back in. AWP, he can't do it. Magisk was waiting at the edge, and they won't be able to deny the plant. Sergey, he may have to back off with this. He's gonna try it. He'll go around at least and give it a crack. If he finds one fast enough, he does have a kit to work with, but what a task it still would be from there, because you've got Zipex, Magisk, Device. 3 absolute stars. And they're searching for their 3rd star. Let's keep that in mind. This is what they're playing for. They want a 3rd major. Magisk, it would be his 2nd, but what a story for him as well. In a year's time that he's joined this roster, they've been unbeatable.
That's round Astralis, and that buy was a bit of a gamble from them. 1 AK, a Galil, and Deagle. As they get that first pick towards the pop dog area, that gives up a rifle. There was 10 seconds remaining. Zipex with the inside, not so much a fake, just showing the presence with the smoke in, the Molotov there. It was enough to keep those 2 players caught in that position. They had to take the gamble. They're thinking, well, there's 10 seconds left. We've got so much heavy signs toward this side of the map. It's got to be the commitment, but it wasn't. Device comes back round towards main entrance and takes down Alexi B. That was the kill that decided it all. It allowed them to plant. It couldn't be denied. And ENCE, they saved 1 weapon. Do they want to buy up into this? They'll take the tactical timeout and discuss their options. Looking down the barrel of giving up their map pick of Train. This round would lead them to 13-7 deficit, and they'd have no cash at all. So much on the line. Ariel has $5,000. Alu with the Krieg right now. They are going to buy from what I can see. Ariel's bought the AUG, armor, Sergey with Kevlar as well. They might as well fully invest now. We'll see what they decide to do.
Left to say. To pull it all out now, as money is gone after this, and you're 3 rounds away from the finish for Astralis. You don't want to give them an inch in this. You don't want to give them room. No room to breathe.
Oh, he hits him.
He did, absolutely. Sergey tagged down to 24 immediately. But if you let Astralis settle in late in the game, there's no way you pull it back from them, surely.
This round might decide the outcome of this map. Good pick from Device, no kill, but takes the anchor down to 24 HP.
Alu does have the Krieg that's been carried over on the ENCE side. He brings it over to the tanker. He'll support above the low HP Sergey.
Device is communicated. He knows he's done damage here. They might as well go for it. It'll be a quick kill if they can gain access through the lower ramp.
Dupree swings the smoke early. Sergey's already there, but he's gone. Dupree on entry. Alu's got to drop off. Bomb plant at this point is sure. But Molotov does reveal to Alu that Dupree's up close. He holds the angle, but can't find the shot. It got away from him, and a lot of people have said that. The Krieg, as opposed to the AUG, the spray pattern is much more difficult to manage, and a lot of players haven't taken the time to find it.
It's a lot more chaotic, especially if you start spraying like that. You can see the bullets nowhere near the intended target there. Not as clinical as you would like, and there it is. That's a great call from Astralis there. They know the money's low on the inside. They've gathered up that they have bought into this, but they won't have incendiaries. They're not going to have the AWP. You've already tagged one towards inside. You might as well group up as a 5, take that low HP player down, and it's executed perfectly, I have to say, with Dupree getting 2 of those kills, and now a 5-on-3. The round is guaranteed to be Astralis, but they want to take all of these CTs down with them.
It's difficult to do considering the positions of Aerial and X7 at the bottom of the stairs, so it will end as it is. Alexi won't be able to pick up the gun from the round, so stays on to a CZ. And I think quite literally he will this time as well. Okay, they're going to drop one over to him. He has the armor, so it's going to be pretty much a save. They don't want to invest anything else into it. Give the guns to the 2 that carry the armor and hope for the best, I suppose, at this point in time. Dupree so deep in the site as well. They get in so quickly, and they know, as Chad would say, the flight patterns, exactly where to run and exactly where to position themselves.
It was very impressive, and I don't think ENCE are forcing into this. They've saved 2 Orgs, but they're going to try and keep their money, I say strong, at least there. Still a chance to win it with Aerial and Alexi B, 2 very strong riflers here. They have a smoke, and is there any sort of aggression from them? They've got 4 players outside, and Sergey actually starts probing towards inner. He is done for.
Nearly got 1 at least. Device was tagged on to 48 Dupree alongside and along with everybody else. There was no chance he was getting out of there alive. Flav,
look at those smokes.
Smoke. He's already walking out. He's like, he has the whole outside yard.
He's wrecked them there. The fact he's so close, they have no idea.
Just gets X7. But it's still going to be Glaive. That's the problem for them. Xyp9x creeps up. Do they know at all that this is already a save call? Because they're over toward B. Bomb planted, and Dupree's close enough. He can punish this. He's going to get spotted out himself. Digged up. They should push the ramp to take him down because that gives them 1 further gun. Device close enough, though, denies Alu of working forward to getting it, so it has to be the 2 Augs carried over once more. Astralis are going to double the score at 14-7.
They can get the AWP as well now. That's a fantastic pickup. It is going to be 14-7, but at least there will be a bye. That's if they both survive here. Now remember, Matt, ENCE won both pistols, by the way.
It's a good point. Winning both pistols, but gun rounds have not at all gone their way. In fact, they converted 1 this half, 1 last half, and an eco. Other than that, it's the 2 pistol, the 4 rounds in total that add up as Aerial at least gets 2 more down, keeps the 1 AUG, but the AWP, they sought after it. They knew the situation. They weren't giving that up easily.
Yeah, that's the really important kill there. They denied the AWP. Aerial can still drop 1 for Alu, however. They're 14-7 down, and there's still going to be compromises here with the bye. Astralis looking to close this one out early.
Vice has to back away. He's forced off. That gives Alu a chance. Finally, a song that he can sing. He gets back in the round and AWP, but it's Aerial that just walks out. They never had control of Pop Dog. There's no one else in the front of the site.
Where's the flash? Where's the utility? Why is he walking in like that? Well, it gives up the kill straight away.
Glaive still holds off back alley. First side of the train, but Jisk has X7 in front. This has been a battle that's gone both ways. Same thing in reverse. This time Flash comes through. Fantastic response, and Alu gets Glaive. Dupree, he's picked up the op that went down in his teammate's hands. He's made good work on it. But finally, ENCE have a lead in the rounds. X7's gonna try and make that matters worse. Dupree, he's aware of an AWP, keep that in mind. X7 had to be perfect to find the kill. And this opens up the round completely. 53 seconds, Xyp9x already lurking over toward B. And the reasons that they have to believe him won't be too hard to sell. If he works in this position, they have to consider rotating because they can't afford to get caught out in a 2-on-1 situation and go down.
Inside's open. 40 seconds remain. The CTs are gambling towards outside. A smoke available for the lower ramp, and Xyp9x is walking out upper. This is looking good for Astralis. They get that bomb down. They got Molotovs for post-plant as well. There is a smoke on Alexi B, but this is going to be a very difficult retake. In they go. They've got the inside control. That bomb's going down.
He throws it down to his teammate below. He'll stay up above with the AWP as a result of it, and you can already see by the laser he's aimed perfectly towards the connector. As soon as Xyp9x is freed from planting, he then takes that task, and Dupree covers the back lines. The corner of the Brown Halls. Molotov already thrown as well. Alexi and Sergey, they want in desperately, but they're held up. Just that little bit of time. Xyp9x knew surely where they were coming from. Nate should get him. Should, but will he find the kill first? Sergey, 17 years of age to try and keep them alive, not concede overtime point. Molotov already down on top. He can force Dupree back, but he actually just walks forward. Low HP. He's got it. Does he have the time? He's got the kid. He will. He should. And it's going to be so close. He's going to be extremely close, but they'll get number 8.
They desperately needed that round. It's Sergey that wins it just about by the skin of his teeth there. It came down to the utility. Those incendiaries are absolutely everything. Usually it's the T side that will have the advantage there, but I think Dupree wasn't aware of us the bomb was planted. He dropped it on the default plant spot instead of actually to the side in the more open position. Astralis won't win the round, but they still got a ton of cash, and I can't say the same thing for ENCE here. They're still so close to being broken. I'm surprised they won that. It was such a difficult round to recover. Well done to them. They bring the AWP over to the next round. 14-8 down on the CT side. Money's not there. They'll have to do what they can. Orgs, UMPs.
You could see Sergey at the end of that round as well. His eyes, man, the adrenaline. Looked like he was going to pass out.
So close.
Still all to do. Double up for the first time for ENCE. Zipic's already through the smoke as well. He'll try to hold off round halls. There's aerial underneath, but so many players above. There's no chance he can try and swing in silently, stealthily, get the flank. They have fantastic play, but it's just not possible.
They've been bullying that inside position, but for now, smokes towards outside. It's Glaive to get the first kill. Aerial this time can do nothing about it, but they pull it back. Inside is the call now. It's Sergey towards the spools. Needs to be perfect here. He gets one. It's a scrappy one. And now Alu needs to start hitting shots. Both the AWPs looking down towards the bomb site.
Double flash. Alu was fortunate not to be gazing in that direction. Sneak up though, they're gonna stay on top of the bomb. Zipix has not moved an inch. Alu sees it. So perfect, so precise! As Alu gets it, the second off works. They held it off, but just wanted to work back in the ramp. He couldn't do it, 14-9.
The comeback begins now. They have money. They have double AWPs and 3 survive. Great stuff there from Alu, just showing his in-game knowledge there. Sees just the toes of the planter Zipex there, takes him down, and then hits a wonderful shot on the follow-up there. Such great play by him. Look at the second shot as well. Device didn't see it coming, and it's a clean round from ENCE. That's the one that's the most important so far. And Astralis, they might consider an eco here. Device is down to just $2,700. ENCE looking for double digits. Astralis, it looked like they were going to close this one out. ENCE pick up both pistols. They haven't done enough in the gun rounds here, but as usual, they seem to arrive just before it all falls apart. Astralis, they can buy into this round. But do they want to?
Break them now. And we're on for something. They themselves don't have a buffer to play for overtime, so every round is do or die. Remember, no one has beaten Astralis on the stage, a playoff match in a major since London. They went unbeaten there to the championship. They're going to try and do the same here. ENCE of all opponents, one last team standing in their way. X7 again to the op. 2 to go. Jump, run boost. Trying to flick as fast as he dare. He's given up the position that was a result. Smoke down and back in front of the site they go.
It all slows down for now. 4 CTs outside, leaving Sergey alone with the AK-47. They're going to go for that main entrance control once again. They've been doing that throughout this tournament. They're so good at isolating the terrorists, dropping the smokes, buying time. They investigate the area, confirm it's clear. And still in aggressive positions. Holding outside, but they rotate one player. That's going to be Alu towards inner.
Smoke covered the entire end of Ivy. They can hold them left or right. Counter Molotov. Bomb at Ivy though, so X7 pretty much alone at this point as well. They've pushed A main to at least try and anchor this site, but Dupree, he's the problem, and he doesn't need to be a part of this attack. If they work in 3 from Ivy, they're gonna pull the attention inevitably, and then Dupree just has to time his approach. He's down to 33, softened up by the nade, that gives them a chance, but look at Magisk. It's one or the other. They're giving up so much space, and Astralis, they catch him off. X7, they get the 1 kill they need. That forces Dupree's hand, and now ENCE! They picked it apart!
It's such good play on the CT side. It's so frustrating to play against that. They've got full control of main entrance pretty much the entire round. They don't waste their smokes at the start. They use flashes just to ascertain information at the very beginning. Then, when they see they're at the 1 minute mark, they start deploying incendiaries, the smokes, and run the timer right down there. Dupree was waiting for his moment to strike. They even knew the CTs were in there, but nothing could be done. It's 14-10, ENCE have managed to get the double digits and break Astralis down to an eco. They could actually do this now. Their map pick. We said they needed a pistol. They managed to do that, and they've won some very important gun rounds now as well. No utility on the T side, just some CZs, a bit of armor, but Magisk. Oh my God! The Desert Eagle finds 2. Could that be enough? Possibly.
Alexi still holding off though. Just when I thought they can't possibly do it to a 3rd top 3 team. Magisk reminds us that this is a very different team from the others. Device wants to swing.
Oh, good damage.
Alexi nearly got caught with the stone in his hand, but manages just to get away with Device. You're right though, the damage as a result puts him down to 48. That means he's within reach of the pistol. Sergey, he's well removed, but Xyp9x with a CZ from ages away. Time to see that clutching prowess now though, because he's in a 1-on-2. He'll try and swing it around.
They might think he's low around now.
Problem is he can't go any further than here. If X7 holds that line, he's gonna spot, didn't go far enough. Xyp9x knows with the Molotov down behind. He can get ever closer.
He can win this map.
If they overcommit, he's got the first. He's tried it, he's got it! Down to 1-on-1, and he can evade, he can be pervasive. He can try and slip in from behind, but X7 just barely gets there in time, and the better man blooms.
He's got it. Xyp9x did absolutely everything there. That shot from the lower ramp towards connector. How's he pulled that one off? Luckily for ENCE, they pull it off, but that was close. Perfect movement, and you can see why he's the king of the clutches. Xyp9x 1 bullet away, I'd say, from winning that one and finding map points. 14-11 though, however. Round 26, ENCE continued the comeback. That's 4 rounds in a row. This was remarkable for Magisk.
Keep in mind though, all of these kills, the fact that it's a 1-on-1, there's still not a buffer for ENCE. So again, they lose 1 round.
Yes.
And they're clutching at straws. Dupree Molotov goes deep. Alexi wants to try and get on the trains above it. There's so many smokes down, it's chaotic already. Counter nades, this is a fast pace for utility. Tactical warfare. Dupree finds 1, Device follows it up. It's the opener for Astralis, and now the money becomes the factor for round 15 if that happens. If they can't hold off, 3 versus 5. They do swing out, X7 gets in and gets away. Exactly what he's done. And a lot of people were saying he was the, perhaps, support, if you will, the lackluster role in the team who wasn't contributing. Well, in these playoffs, he's been perfect.
I absolutely agree. Fantastic work from him. Pulls at least 1 frag back. It's a 4 versus 3, and this time Astralis actually have outside control. They're not locked in towards the main entrance. X7 still with enough HP to keep him inquisitive here as he looks towards Ivy, just confirming certain positions are clear here. Alu outside as well. The orbs ready and waiting.
2 ops outside though. This is going to be such a difficult task if they can't find counter picks, and X7 gets caught off by Device. Alu gets it back, but he's going to have to be better than ever, exceptional in this position. Does swing it around, but he can't find the shot. Missed by just a fraction over the shoulder. And it's all on to Sergey yet again in a 1-on-3. He's got no money left over, does find Magisk. He's already got a chance at this as well, Glaive. He's not committed to the plant. 27 seconds, he can fire under. It's so hard to do. Incendiary's gonna be too late. Even sprayed to try and counter it off. Knows he's got no choice but to go through, and that's where Xyp9x is waiting.
Map point found for Astralis. It's 15-11. And as you mentioned, going into this round, it's been so tight in terms of the clutches. So many 1 versus 1s. Bomb plants down. Astralis have broken the back of ENCE here. They have enough for a couple of rifles, but then it's going to be scouts, SMGs, and whatever else they can find and scrape together. Alu, he had a chance to win that one. He had to hit a couple more shots, but his position was very good. We go to round number 27. This could be a MP9, UMP, CZ, and 2 Orcs. And it looks like a fast approach here from Astralis. They send 3 players towards the main entrance, dropping the utility, and Alu looking to fight back.
Alu does. Aggressive. It's worked for the single log. He's got a second. Looking, panicking. Nearly tried to catch out the bottom of Pop Dog. It's Device that caught him off with the AWP up close as well. It was from main. Zipix inside Pop Dog can fade off of this. Flash, does he want to go back for it? Didn't quite work for him. Didn't bounce all the way through. Device, to be fair, wasn't ready to swing off of A-Main, even if it had caught the 2 players up close. Look at Sergey. CZ. Blade goes. Headshot bomb. He backs it away. He won't be able to hold off the bomb, but he will get back in the sight. Zipix knew there was a timer on that he might be able to catch him as he ran.
A chance now. They have the 3-on-2 advantage, but 2 players towards a Pop Dog. Zipix spots one, but can't answer back just yet.
Device still waits as well. If they rotate back off, he can time this. He's got X7 down. Does he expect this second? He won't. Ariel knew it. He waited just long enough to make him think there was no one else nearby. And it's on Zipix again, but this time he's got a little more than a CZ. And they're split into multiple one-on-ones. It's 2 isolated battles at this point because Ariel's a half a map away.
But Sergey's got a good position there. He only has a CZ short, but time might elude him. We'll see Zipix slip towards the back of the bomb train here. He suspects a player's towards up, but this is looking very good for him.
This is the problem, though. When Zipix disappears, it's clear he's up to no good. They know he's on B, but where? How do they possibly get that information? They'll go together. That is the right call. But this time, keep in mind also, there's no kits.
Yes, indeed. And no smoke.
Zipix can just be patient. And let noise reveal all. Oh, is he going to be spotted, though? Sergey didn't see it. He didn't realize. His own gun, I think, blocked the vision, and now Zipix knows that they're working in. One above. Oh, he's the lamb, and ENCE the slaughter, because it's Zipix that's going to hold it off.
Absolute perfection once again from Zipix. He's the man to close it out. ENCE, a great effort towards the end of that map, but Astralis just too much to handle. Fantastic work there. We are waiting for a huge Zipix clutch, and it couldn't arrive at a better time for them. Map point, 2 versus 1. He absolutely nails it, that map.
You knew he would show up eventually. There's so much depth on Astralis. They'll beat you any given way. ENCE deserve credit. They pulled back even against the world's best. They made it a game. They made it a contest. 16-11, we have a final. There's no question about it. And we go to Inferno next.
A tantalizing map, but that's where Astralis do their absolute best work. It's going to take everything ENCE have in them to actually do anything on Inferno, but they've shown they can play at this level. Astralis will rattle for a few rounds. It is a close game, 16-11, and we'll see what can happen in the next map.